Patriots!
Two big throws on this drive by Mac Jones, your quarterback. What a throw on the skinny. I'll take more of this, please.
3 down.
Put a jacket on him. He don't want to be out here. Sit him down.
With Greg Bedard from BostonSportsJournal.com. 3 up.
I know you're very results-oriented. I get that.
3 down.
It's a fail all around. Fail, fail, fail.
On Felger and Mazz on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
All right, it's that time of week. Time for 3 up, 3 down with Greg Bedard, presented by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Enjoy the game with the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Please drink responsibly. 3 studs, 3 duds, 3 up, 3 down from the game. Let's do the 3 up. I know it's difficult, but let's find 3 positive Patriots or whoever from this ball game. Greg, go ahead.
Christian Barmore. We talked going into the game that I didn't like the Raiders guards, Parham and Van Roten. They are not good. And Barmore just ate up Parham in this game. I had him for 8 impactful plays. This is one of the best games he's ever played. Start to finish, he got a lot more playing time. He was really good.
Can I just say, believe it or not, I actually did not have a hard time coming up with 3 ups. They had a few good players in this game. They were in the game. It wasn't like the blowouts. Barmore was my number one, too. He was a force. Absolute force in the middle of the defensive line. Only took him 6 weeks, but I'll take it. You know, it's a weekly thing we do.
Number 2.
Kendrick Bourne. It's funny that, 2 years ago, or 3 now, when Barmore's first season here, they used to, by the end of the season, they peppered him with a lot of passes. And here we are finally doing it again.
You mean Bourne, yeah.
Bourne, 2 years later. It's just, he needs to touch the ball. Look, and I don't think he was dynamic in this game. A lot of his stuff was sort of easy receptions. 36-yard game was awesome. The catch and run. But he's the only thing they have in the passing game right now. So just feed him 15 times a game.
Bourne, same guy. He was good. Again, there were some guys in this weekend that played well. He was one of them.
Next, 3rd.
Jabril Peppers. This defense has to make plays. He made the biggest play, even though I think that was more Garoppolo being a beat late with that pass than anything. But, just an unreal hit and huge play for the defense at that point.
Zeke Elliott. I think Ezekiel Elliott's been good. I thought he was solid in this game as well.
By the way, on him, I'm a Ramondre guy, and he did have a nice run in the second half, so maybe that'll get him going. But on film, Zeke's the best running back that they have, and they might as well just put him in the lead role for now.
3 down. Let's get to the good stuff, please.
Mac Jones. I thought he was bad in this game. I had him for 1 up. That was the Devontae Parker pass that was dropped. But other than that, I was not impressed with this play. His completion percentage might have been really high. All of it was dink and dunk, and that's the way they need to go, and that's fine. But he left plays on the field. There were plays where Bill O'Brien called the right beater, like against cover 2 or what have you. He had the right plays on, and Mac wasn't making the throws. He had Kendrick Bourne open one time on the left sideline. Bourne had his hand up, didn't throw it. The throw out of bounds to Tyquan Thornton was, a balloon ball and wasn't even close, where you got to give the guy a chance. His eyes, he's staring things down. Even the first sack of the game, I split that between him and Mafi. Mac stared in the middle of the field at Hunter Henry and Kendrick Bourne, and there were 4 Raiders there. He should have gotten off of that right away, went backside to Parker for a completion. He does that time and time again. And the other thing is, and we have seen this in recent weeks, it wasn't much better in this game, he's starting to see the rush. When he sees a flash of the jersey, he aborts the play, and he doesn't need to abort the play. His eyes are just in the wrong place as far as quarterbacking and also reacting to the rush.
Devontae Parker. It's one thing to play poorly. It's another to act like a loser. And that's what he did. He did both in that game.
Number 2.
Vidarian Lowe. A lot of it isn't his fault. To be put in that position is not fair against Max Crosby. But he gave up, 7 total quarterback pressures. His technique is just, it's awful. He's got no punch. He leans forward too much. I wonder if he's getting any coaching from Adrian Clem, because it hasn't improved at all since he got here. It's not good enough.
Adrian Clem. That's why I go with him instead of Vidarian Lowe. It's not Vidarian Lowe's fault. The guy was a scrub. They picked him up at the end of camp or whatever, early in the year, whenever it was. He was another team's cast-off. What do you expect? So, yes, he sucks. That's why they got rid of him. It was Minnesota, right? Didn't Minnesota get rid of him? So that's why Minnesota got rid of him, because he sucks.
Number 3.
Antonio Mafi, similar. He shouldn't be out there. He was benched last game, but only went in because of injury. But I also wanted to add Devontae Parker, J.C. Jackson was awful in this game. Had another bust that luckily Garoppolo didn't see Devontae Adams wide open. It was very similar to last week where they were supposed to be in cover 3, but he was in man-to-man. He's done that a few times. And Kyle Duggar, I'm sorry, but he is really scuffling at free safety. It was either him or Peppers that was responsible for the Jacoby Myers touchdown. Somebody was supposed to be in the middle of the field and rotate back. I think it was I think it was Duggar, but he didn't do it. And then also the 48-yard pass to Tucker, the Hoyer pass.
I wouldn't sleep on Brian Hoyer.
Good job, Greg.
I think Duggar got too distracted by Devontae Adams. It was like Josh McDaniels knows Kyle Duggar and was like, I just need to flash Devontae Adams. He's going to get out of position, and Tucker's going to be wide open.
Their free safety play blows. Again, I know we said this last week. It sucks. I went with Bryce Behringer. The Patriots, I think Romo mentioned this, or maybe it was the week before. They're one of the worst teams in the league in net punting average, and they needed one early in the game last week. He shanked it. It feels like he shanks one every other week. How many shanks has he had here early in the year?
I don't count.
I'm not kidding.
It's not good.
And again, now I'm picking on the punter. Like, they got bigger problems than that. But you know what? He has sucked. Like, he's been bad. Bad.
Okay. 3 up, 3 down. We actually got 3 up. But overall, Greg, just your leadoff thought, you didn't see any real signs of progress in this game. I mean, you still think they got smoked for the most part.
Yeah, I didn't see any real progress. I think it mostly had to do with the Raiders and where they are, and they're not that talented, especially at cornerback, so they couldn't play a lot of press man. You get any team that plays press man, they'll get a little bit of a break against Buffalo, and Buffalo has a ton of injuries on the defense. But anytime they go up and against aggressive defense, like Dallas, like New Orleans, it's going to be a train wreck. They don't have there are no ready answers, and almost all of it has to do with the offensive line. I mean, they have to scheme around the offensive line and to have a chance on offense, and they just can't do it.